What's the perfect body? Do you have a picture in your head of what you want to look like or what the perfect body is for you? Or do you look at somebody else's body and say, wow, they've got a spectacular looking physique, I wish I could look like that? Well, I'm in my own home, and everything in my home is representative of the things that are important to me. A lot of people come to our house and say it's a cross between an art gallery and a museum. Well, this is our body collection. We have quite a few different variations of the human body, and they're all there for a reason. They're to remind us how important it is to be healthy, fit and strong, and to stay that way for the rest of your life. And a reminder that we are built the way we're built. There's some things that we can change and there's some things that we can't change. So I always have a bit of a giggle because you can't get any taller. If you're a fully grown adult, you can wear high heel shoes, or you can, even guys put lifts in their shoes, I think. But you really can't change your height. You can't change the width of your shoulders or the width of your hips. That's your size. Your bone structure is not something you can change. The length of your arms, the length of your legs can't change. So what is it that we can change, and why are we so obsessive, and we seem to be getting more and more, maybe it's social media influencing, on what the perfect body should be? But it's interesting because we live in an era now where we don't know really what we're looking at on social media, because most people put a filter on their film. They change the way they look. If there's a blemish, they get rid of it. There's so many things that people can do to make themselves look better. And I'll give you a really interesting side note for that. I speak to a lot of school principals and teachers, and it seems really sad that there's a lot of teenagers who are not getting into the dating scene. I remember I started very young. I was very excited to go out on a date with boys. But apparently that's not happening as much anymore because teenagers have a social media presence. And the pictures that they post on their social media have been touched up, they've been filtered. They don't look like that. So they can't go out on a real date because the person that is expecting to see somebody that looks a certain way is not going to see that person. I think it's a very interesting thing to be careful of, to love your body as it is, and change the things that you can. If you've gotten a bit chubby, get rid of the chubby. If you're not very fit, get fit. If you're really weak and frail, you can get strong. You can change the colour of your hair if you don't like it. You can change the colour of your skin if you don't like it. There's lots of people who, in Asian countries, whitening is a really big deal, and there's lots of people in Western countries who sunbathing to get a suntan is a really big deal. There's things that you can change. Just ask the cosmetic surgeons, the fashion and beauty industry. People spend millions of dollars on clothes and hair and makeup and changing things. So there's a lot of things that you can change. But ultimately, there are some things that you can't change, so we should accept that, yeah. I'd love to be taller. There's that great quote, I'm not overweight, I'm just under tall. There's a lot of people that would look much better if they were taller, but you can't change that. You can change your posture though. So if you've got weak muscles and bones, you'll have terrible posture. If you've got a poor negative attitude, you'll probably have terrible posture. But if you've got a great attitude, you should have great posture because you love looking up at the sky and saying, I love my life. One of the things I've often used, I've spoken in schools many times to primary school and high school and university students. And I often, with teenage girls, I always use this example because a lot of teenage girls, especially now with the advent of the phone, they walk around like this, so their shoulders are this way. So what it means is if you've got little boobies, your little boobies look even smaller and look terrible because you've got this terrible posture. If you've got really big boobies and you do this, they're all heading towards the ground. Doesn't matter the size of your chest, and really doesn't matter whether you're male or female. We all look better with good posture when your shoulders are pulled back. And that, of course, comes from strong muscles pulling on your bones to give you good posture. All clothes look better on a good coat hanger. You can spend $100 on a t-shirt and put it on a body that's in bad shape, or it's got bad posture, or even if it's got a miserable, grumpy face and doesn't smile, and the t-shirt doesn't look that good. You can buy a $5 t-shirt and put it on a body that's in great shape, got good posture, got a happy, smiley face, and that t-shirt looks fantastic. So should we, rather than focus on what to wear and what exercise to do and how many reps and sets and social media influencing and what should I eat and what's the biohacking I can do? Should I have a sauna? Should I have an ice bath? Or there's a whole heap of things that people talk about. But ultimately, a fit, strong, healthy body comes from getting puffed to get fit, lifting heavy to get strong. That gives you good posture, that gives you great hair, skin and nails, gives you self-esteem and self-confidence. You feel better about yourself so you can do more. So it's a really simple process. So I'm one of those people that my perfect body is mine. I have to live in this thing for the rest of my life. So I'm going to make sure that it's fit, that it's strong, that it's healthy, that it's hydrated, that it gets fresh air, lots of sunshine, lots of deep sleep, lots of great food. I'm really fit and I'm really strong and I love being that way, and I'm an old lady. Now, I've learnt the hard way because I did some stupid stuff when I was younger, but it's really fun, and I will share, it's really fun to wake up every day as an old lady and to be able to jump out of bed with energy, enthusiasm, and excitement, and to look in the mirror and say, I love what I see in the mirror. I love the way my body feels to touch. I'm excited about going to do all the things that I love to do today. Isn't that the very best way to live your life to the max? Super duper doo, how are you? Living my life to the max. Healthy, fit, strong, lean. Woohoo!